Alrighty, we're about to get underway with your elite ladies about to throw down here at the Rebel Renegade Games, the Noble CrossFit Games semifinals. Remember, everything to play for. The race at the top is still very much on the cards. 2 events to go, and it is still anybody's race. Who will get the opportunity to put that one more stamp in their passport, get a ticket to the CrossFit Games, and throw down for the title of fittest on earth?
They're away right over there. Generator going straight into a squat snatch. Starting that first event, saving a bit of time. The 3 ladies on your screen now. From left to right, Alicia Stoop, Generator, and Tana Buffet. Mariska Smith going unbroken through her set of 20 overhead squats, and the first female athlete to make her way to her 500-meter row. Right over there in the middle of your screen.
Yeah, Matt, I'm going to put my money on Mariska being incredible at those rope climbs. She has incredible caliber when it comes to all things gymnastics. So for her to just motor through those handstand push-ups means we might actually have a epic show on our hands here. Michelle Bazinet in view right now. Been an incredible privilege to watch her hunt down that #1 spot. Currently sitting in second.
Yeah, Michelle just displaying that wealth of international CrossFit experience and competition experience. You can just see she comes in, she's focused and not getting too flustered. She knows what she needs to do to get to the end of the weekend.
Yeah, Matt, it's also interesting to note that Michelle Bazinet, in terms of qualifications pre-semifinals, really mid-table. Some people just know how to turn it on the big stage, Matt.
And interesting here, just having a look at the different rowing techniques, just between those top 3 ladies right in the middle. You can see Gilmarie and Michelle really making full use of that slide, getting their bum as close to their heels as possible, getting as long as possible. And then having a look at Mariska right in the middle, kind of going for the half slide and using a lot of back action.
Well, we do have the entire community listening in, Matt. Again, as a coach, a question for you. When demonstrating the row or what good rowing technique looks like to you people, do you advise heels down?
So learning more about the CrossFit space. So I come from a rowing background.
Yeah.
Before weightlifting. This has kind of become determined on, what the stimulus of the workout is. And after my rowing career, I realized that you can shift kind of the muscle fatigue around depending on that foot position on your, where you're strapped in. So driving down off the heels, going to give you a little bit more of a hamstring activation and a glute activation. Driving down on the toes, going to give you more on the quad side. So, this is also going to come up to these ladies. Obviously, the quad's getting a little bit more fatigued coming through the overhead squats. Maybe just trading things out.
That does tend to make a lot of sense. And Matt, I think maybe myself not being as schooled as you in the rowing department, I didn't realize one could shift stimulus. I've always just been a heels down kind of guy.
Heels down is where the power is at. But I mean, going into a workout that's very quad dominant, you got to kind of,
shift it around a little bit and then defer to maybe rocking onto the toes at the bottom portion of the rep.
You may have struggled deeply in the past with a rowing and deadlift workout personally. There's your answer.
It's a glass-shattering moment for me, if I'm being honest with you. Mariska Smith about to get onto her first set of rope climbs. Christina Levitak is already bagging her first one, and it's good. Gee whiz, did you see how quickly Mariska got up and down that rope, man? With this new standard.
And there we go, Gilmarie Renegade. Just getting up and down that rope to get her first successful rep. Here we go, Michelle Basnet on your screen right now. Oh.
Matt, if this is you, would you implement a kip from the very first movement to try and save that grip a little bit?
I would need to, because I don't have the upper body strength that these ladies have.
Fair play. Mariska racking up her second one, as is Christina Levitakis now, before they head over to their wall-facing handstand push-ups. 15 is what they'll be required to do before they get back to the rope for these new standard...
That's Gemma Rader now, that just came down from her first rep.
Michelle Bazinet has entered the chat a little early, and she's banging out those reps already.
Yeah, you can see that these ladies are just on another level. We are at just under 6 minutes into this time cap, and this is pretty much the halfway point.
Yeah, Mariska Smith, as you mentioned at the beginning of the season, Matt, pivoting from a really successful team career, now going over into individuals, having incredible mentorship from her coach, Celeste Maritz, who, as you know, has quite a games credentials, but also being a national champion weightlifter as well.
Yeah, I think as we've discussed in the past, this is Mariska's first year as an individual. It's going to be very interesting to see how she can actually handle the individual competition. She comes from a very strong team background, throwing down in local comps with partners as well. I mean, to kind of crack down as your first individual event, wow, on a semi-final stage is quite something.
Matt, interesting to note, Michelle has smashed, absolutely smoked her handstand push-ups, and she's back onto the rope again. Mariska and Gilmarie in the front of your screens now, getting back to work on those wall-facing handstand push-ups.
There we go.
There Michelle
Mariska's
Bazinet goes. And she's about to be joined by Christina Levitakis shortly.
Mariska just taking a bit of a breather. And here we go, Christina Levitakis as well, heading up for her second set. Here we go, Megan Fall making her way up at the back of your screen right over there. Emma Holiday just next to her. The amount of tension in the body through these reps.
Michelle Bazinet currently holding the lead and hoping to rack up that final rep so that she could get back onto her final set of pirouette walks. Matt,
Michelle Bazinet getting all the way up to the top of the rep and then just sliding down.
Workout, and it is unforgiving.
And that opens the door for Christina Levitakis and Mariska Smith just on either side of her. As you can see over there, Gilmarie Renegade still making her way through her handstand push-ups.
Michelle's stoop in view right now. Alicia stoop. Christina Levitakis attacking that rope right now, as is Mariska Smith. Oh, Matt, unforgiving.
Mariska Smith now with the opportunity to take this. And halfway down the rope, you can just see the absolute muscle fatigue starting to settle in here.
So as Coach Matt explained earlier, and I think it was great, at this level you want to try race it, right? But there is nothing you can do to suddenly recover your grip other than give your grip the time to recover. So you'll see a lot of tips and tricks coming into play here, but realistically, Matt, they've got to wait it out.
Gilmarie Renegade joining the pack now on the her second set of legless rope climbs.
For her, still anybody's race, right? Because whether she's late off the wall, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that seems to be quite irrelevant. Still with 6 minutes left over here at the on the middle of your screen now, Tana Buffet. Megan Fall now just hanging in there. But you'll start to see now a lot of these ladies are just going to pace their recovery off of each other. You know, they're kind of all in the same spot. So the only time you really need to get going at the moment is when someone else looks like they're getting ready.
Matt, this is interesting now. So this is Gilmarie's first rep, and it looked so damn good. And honestly, she came off the wall last out of these top athletes.
And you can actually just hear the crowd getting behind Gilmarie. It sounds like she might be one of the favorites in the competition this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Farm strength. In the same boat as Rich Froning. Seems to be something in the air on these farms that just, maybe it's the bison meat, I don't know. Gilmarie Renegade has worked herself into a position, Matt, where she's right up there. Nothing splits any of the top ladies right now. It looks like between Mariska Smith, Gilmarie Renegade,
and Michelle
Bazinet and Christina Levitakis, all with one rep in the bag on this portion of 2 legless rope climbs. But she's going for it, Matt.
There we go.
This is her opportunity to make her move, to try and climb back up that leaderboard. Currently sitting in 3rd. Oh, it looks smooth, Matt. It looks smooth, Matt. It looks like she's going to get it. Oh, she got it. It's back in the game. Let's go.
Gilmarie Renegade just slides into the lead in heat number 3 now.
Sliding into the lead like a creep into your DMs. She is killing it out here on the floor. There goes Mariska.
There goes Mariska Smith.
She's on her way down. Let's see what happens. Mariska has entered the chat. Oh, we've got a race on our hands, people. We have a race. Michelle has entered the chat. We have a Ferrari and a finish on our hands, Matt. It is about to go down like gravity.
Mariska not wasting any time, kicking up straight away and getting into her first pirouette.
Same goes for Michelle. She's got one in the bag already. Mariska getting to work on her second. Be good to see where Gilmarie Renegade currently is. It looks like these ladies are neck and neck, Matt. They are literally neck and neck. Each of these ladies now needing just one more. This is going to go down to the absolute finish. I know I'm getting excited, but your boy is excited.
Michelle is going unbroken. And first to the rower, Mariska Smith right behind her. And then just keeping in mind,
Bazinet has entered the chat. Mariska Smith has entered the chat. Oh, Matt, what's the strategy here? Just rip and grip, right?
We're going to have to see, because we have to keep in mind that Mariska was the only female to go unbroken in those 20 overhead squats.
Absolutely.
So getting to that barbell gassed, I mean, they've got the time to finish this row. It's 500 meters. These ladies are probably holding on to about a 150 split. So we can look at, you know, just over a minute left to get through those 20 overhead squats. It's going to come down to rep for rep.
Matt, also interesting to note, all 3 of these ladies currently occupying the top spots, now being joined by Christina Levitakis. But the main thing is 3 totally different strategies there. Gilmarie, the last off the wall, and the first onto the pirouettes.
Just an absolutely amazing caliber of top 4 athletes right over here and right in your screen. This could not get more exciting.
You can see Mariska Smith rowing for everything she's worth right now. Full extension, but trying to make that chain as long as conceivably possible. She is yanking at that chain. Gilmarie has this way of attacking any machine that just makes it look casual. We saw that with the runner yesterday, where it came down to her and Mariska in the final portion of that final workout, Matt.
And, you know, here's another big thing that we can look at. Just look at the back of your screen. Christina Levitakis. Her stroke rate is way slower than the rest of the ladies, but you can see she's just hammering down on those legs. Whereas Mariska Smith, obviously a little bit higher.
Matt, we're seeing movement now.
Boosting the heart rate.
Mariska Smith looking like she's in the final portions. Just under a minute and a half left, Matt. It's going to come down to the overhead
on her
squat.
tail. Michelle
Bazinet has entered the chat. As has Christina Levitakis. It is absolute madness here in the second to final event of the Rebel Renegade Games. And on we go, no break. Trust me on this one. Just a quick opportunity to get that weight belt on. Michelle Bazinet also joining in now. Oh man,
Gilmarie Renegade knows
down.
what she needs to do. We've got 50 seconds left on the clock.
And she snatches it. She's in position. Let's see, let's go. We've got rep for rep at the end here. 45 seconds remaining. What is going to happen? We've got a clincher on our hands. A no rep to Gilmarie. Oh no, she's put the barbell down. It's going to be between the three ladies on screen right now, going rep for rep.
Mariska Smith is just looking so strong. But can she hang on to this bar?
Oh no, it's
just
down.
Getting a no rep there.
The door's wide open. Christina Levitakis needed this. Michelle Bazinet needed this. Those two going rep for rep, not putting it down. And they shouldn't, Matt. They're almost at the end there.
10 seconds remaining.
Your final 10 seconds and no rep
Michelle
got given
Bazinet
there.
has popped into the lead. Christina right behind. And Michelle Bazinet looks like she took that just ahead of Christina.
Oh my goodness, this, Matt, was the event we wanted.
We are going to have to wait for the scores, but it is a matter of one rep between Michelle Bazinet and Christina Levitakis.
We will find out in just a bit. Stretch obviously going to be interviewing your winner, but Matt, what a freaking race. Are you kidding me right now?
Hey guys, right, I'm here with Michelle Bazinet. Unofficially, I think she took that event. I'm not saying anything, I'm not permitted to. I'm not going to get beaten up for anybody. But Michelle, tell me about that. What was going through your mind? Because that was intense. We nearly missed the time cap as well. We were so invested.
It was a real race. I missed my second rope climb on that last set, and I thought it was over. And then I happened to be okay with the other girls as well. And then it was just who's going to get back up on that rope. But that forearm burn was so intense. We really had to be sure on that next rope climb. Another miss would have been endgame. So it was really strategic. We were all close at the end. And I think you really needed to save what you could on that last set of overhead squats. So it was good, very intense.
That was incredible. I saw that big chest pump on that second fail. Was there some emotion starting to run really hard there?
Yeah, it's easy to get negative in a workout, you know. Immediately I was like, I just lost that race. And I think I would have had the other two girls not failed as well. And so it's keeping yourself in it no matter what happens. So good learning lesson for sure.
I mean, that's going to mix up the leaderboard, you guys. The top three of you girls are really close. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens there, especially with Christina slipping in there. So what do you predict? Everyone wants to themselves go through. How are you ready for this final event? You pumped?
Pumped. I think I'm going to come down from this, eat some food, take a nap, and then I'll be really pumped. So just riding the waves this weekend as best as possible, learning a lot and trying to enjoy it as much as I can.
Well, there you go, guys. Our champion so far, well, looks like it. I don't know. Unofficially, current leader. We're going to see what happens in the final. See you guys just now.